create low poly meshes using the ZModeler brush. With your ZModeler brush active, hovering over edges, points, or polygons will highlight them. Holding the spacebar key will open the corresponding palettes for each highlighted component. The palettes are split into 3 sections. The top are your actions, the middle are your targets, and the bottom are your modifiers or extra options. Altogether they form sort of a custom poly stack. ZBrush will use the default or last action, target, and modifier combo settings used for each component until they are changed again. When hovering over components, ZBrush displays in small white text a current action linked to your brush. Holding the Alt key, click and drag to paint temporary polygroups or selections. These allow you to mark all polys you want to edit with the extrude action currently set. Alternatively, you can use the target section of your palette to apply actions to multiple polygons. With the polygroup all target set, your actions will be applied to polygons with the same polygroup. When applicable, finding the right target can save you some time. ZModeler is worthy of an entire course, however we will cover a few common actions and settings with each component, starting with the polygon actions. With the bridge action selected, change your target from connected polys to 2 polys. Now simply click the first poly, then the next to connect. Continue clicking on sets of polys in order to repeat. The delete action is pretty simple. Once selected, click to delete the polys you want to remove. With the extrude action, you can push and pull polygons. Try alt clicking to set up temporary polygroups to extrude. The inset action will create a polygon within a polygon. Switch from center and border to border only in the modifiers. Now your insets will create hole in the center. Now switch to the center only setting. This will create an open border around your polygons. Change from inset region to inset each poly to see its effects. Even with multiple polys being edited, they are processed as individual polys compared to the inset region setting that manipulates all selected polys as a group. With the polygroup action selected, simply click to apply new polygroups. Click, hold, and press the Alt key to switch between polygroup colors. Click, hold, and press the Shift key to copy a polygroup color. Next, click to paste it. Also be sure to use temporary polygroups to apply to multiple polys. With the Q Mesh action selected, with one click you have the ability to extrude polys in combination with snapping and merging to adjacent polys. Q Mesh will connect to polys varying in size similar to the bridge action. In addition to extruding, holding the Shift key will pull the poly instead, and holding the Control key will duplicate and offset the poly. You can definitely get a lot done with Q Mesh. Now onto the edge action, starting with bevel. Once selected, your brush will bevel any edges or poly loops on your model. With the bridge edge action selected, you can bridge between 2 edges by clicking on one edge, then another to connect. Open your palette and switch your target from edges to 2 holes. Now you can connect 2 holes by clicking on a single edge of each hole. Press and hold. Now move your cursor left and right to control the elevation, and up and down to control your resolution. The close action works the same as the close holes button in ZBrush. Simply click an edge to cap your hole. Open your palette and switch your target to convex hole. Next, click and hold, sliding your cursor left and right to control elevation, and up and down to control resolution. With the extrude edge action selected, you can click and drag to extrude and connect edges. Extra features are highlighted in small text under your cursor. While extruding an edge, press the Alt key to extrude all connected edges. Your points will connect and merge with nearby points. Press the Shift key once to change your extrusion direction. Press the Shift key a second time for another direction, and a third press will return to your original direction. You could build out meshes with edge extrusion if you like. With the insert action selected, you can now insert edge loops on your mesh. Open your palette and switch your target to multiple edge loops. Now when you click and drag, you will create multiple loops along your model. The slide edge option is pretty straightforward. Click and drag edges in order to slide them around. The spin edge action will rotate your edge by clicking. Holes may appear depending on the resolution of your mesh. Now on to some point actions, starting with move. Once selected, you can now individually move points around on your mesh. With the slice mesh action selected, you can slice through polys by click and dragging across your model, or by clicking on individual points. Open your palette and select the Do Not Crease option for crease-free slicing. The split action will create edge loops around your points, creating circles. Open your palette and switch your target to ring to create rounder circles made using triangles. The stitch action will merge two points together simply by clicking on two adjacent points that will merge to the location of the last point. Open your palette and change your modifier to midpoint, and now your merged points will meet in the middle. In the next clip, we will demo the creation of a grenade with ZModeler and more.